Hey, it's Coach Tom Ferry. Happy Monday. Welcome to Life by Design, your place online for ideas, and inspiration and how to stay in the right action. So I'm sitting here with my buddy 1000 Watt Mark. You know him, 1000 Watt Consulting, insanely great company, helping big brands really capture the essence and message of their organization. And I've had him on stage many times at the summit and other events. We spent some time in our office working on a couple projects. I thought I'd just share a little Mark with you. So Mark, so many people watching this video right now are going to be thinking to themselves, going into 2013, yeah, maybe it's time for a little brand identity. Like maybe it's time to, go from, don't take this wrong, being a little soupy to a little more Madison Avenue. Like I really want my, I want my heart and soul of my brand and everything to be really tight and ready because, man, 2013 is going to be a big year.
Right.
What are some easy things that they need to be thinking about or steps to get started?
Good question. I think that brand is not what you say it is. It's what the rest of the world says it is or thinks it is or feels it is. So one thing that I would do is maybe take a little test group of 10 people, show them, either show them your logo or your identity or just ask them straight up to define you in their own words.
Yeah.
And just take a look at what 10 folks who maybe know you well enough to see what they say and see if what they're saying is connects with the image that you're projecting.
So look at my brand, look at my brochures, look at my stuff.
Does it say the things? Yeah, I mean, if just to be a little funny here, if your image is you talking on a telephone, and that's your image, and then you ask 10 people to describe you and define you, and their words don't describe any of what your imagery is, and maybe what you're projecting isn't really supporting their sense of who you are, so it's not doing you justice.
Or they giggle and laugh and say, "But you never answer your phone."
Yeah,
right? Because you're too busy.
Exactly.
So they ask.
Or they could say, I look at your picture and you're on the phone and you're projecting an image of being too busy to even, put your phone down to take a picture.
Yeah.
You might be too busy to answer my call.
Your plane's about to leave. Sorry, did you hear that
I
noise?
heard that. Yeah.
So, but give us one more. So I asked 10 friends, but then where do I go from there? I mean, I basically just got beat up by 10 of my closest friends who, realized that I just grabbed some stuff and fonts from anywhere, and there was no rhyme or reason, and I just slapped it together and said, I'm in real estate. What's the next step?
It's not necessarily what's one step versus, then the second step and third step. These are all steps you should be taking. But a brand typically has attributes, almost like human characteristics. So if you took a brand like Nike or a brand like Apple, brands that we know and we can describe really well, you could sort of create a composite character from what you believe those brands are. And then when you look at the brands, you kind of see that a lot of the things that they're doing are supporting the characteristics of that composite character. Like Nike acts very much like an athlete. It's an athletic brand.
Yes.
And Apple is not a technical brand. Microsoft is a very technical brand. Apple's a very creative brand. So when you think of Apple, you almost don't think of machines. You think of beautiful design and creativity. So I think that something we like to do with clients is sort of take them through a list of attributes, just to define your brand in human personality terms. Is your brand funny? Is your brand serious? Is your brand tall? Is it short? Is it male? Is it female?
Is it urban? Is it ghetto? Is it Madison Avenue? Is it farm country?
Exactly. And like it's okay to ask yourself questions like, what color is my brand?
Yeah.
Is your brand red or is it blue? Because these colors project different attributes and personality traits. And it's kind of hard to do this yourself because you are a person, but your brand is different than you as a person. And I think a lot of time agents create brands around their person. But if you're a team or a small brokerage even, well, there's more than you that's part of the brand. So it's always good to have an objective opinion.
Okay, long video, but one last question, because this is golden, is classic mistakes to avoid.
Classic mistakes to avoid. Don't copy somebody else's stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Not hey, this is a good marketing piece and I'm gonna take a similar version of it. We're talking brand identity here. Somebody else spent money on getting their brand right.
Well, yeah, I mean,
don't just take your photo and put it over theirs.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, in any market, there's how many agents?
Tens of thousands.
Tens of thousands. So like, you know, there's a lot to look at and a lot to choose from. But you want to stand out. So if you're doing what somebody else is doing, which is probably what somebody else is doing, copying somebody else, you need to be original. And there's just so much room for originality. But it's very hard to do this yourself. You kind of need to have someone objective to help, even if it's a friend.
Yeah.
Or somebody cares enough about you to tell you the truth. You don't want all the people to say, oh, your brand is great, your logo is great, your font is great. You want to find the one person that's critical of it and have them tell you why and start to think about that.
Yeah.
So, one good tip is, be cool with criticism. Like, accept that and think through it and see if maybe there's a point.
By the way, he just beat up my brand in a big way.
But do you think I was right or wrong?
You were dead on. It was great when I made it 6 years ago, but look, it's 2013, it's new year, new you, new brand, new business, new direction, new economy.
But when you say the brand, all I really did was the logo.
Yeah.
I think the logo, the geometric figures, doesn't really capture the thing that your brand stands for, which is you help people thrive and succeed.
Yeah.
And all those sort of like mixed up triangles sort of talks about, the features of what you do to get me to be better at what I do, but it doesn't really sort of exploit the end result, which is, financial success and reward. And I think your mark.
And that's why I have him here. So long video, but listen.
Sorry.
No. Thank you.
You're welcome.
If you're on Twitter, at 1000 Watt Mark, M-A-R-C as in Charlie, very important, at 1000 Watt. Yeah, C as in cash. I like that brand. So check him out, follow him. I do. Awesome. Thanks for watching. It's Monday. Remember always, your strategy matters. Caution rules. Talk to you soon.